Okay. So, Claudia, we are looking at your homework book on page 56. And we have, the lesson was about verbs that use infinitives. And the examples in section 1 is you have the word come home. Come home is a two words that can use an infinitive. Will you come home to eat dinner? All right. We have the word eat. Let's see. Okay. The eat can go after. That can be the infinitive. Do you want to eat? All right. Yeah. Think of the word want. I want to come home, or you can say, I want to go home. I want to eat. All right. Then we have the word go. I want to go. All right. I want to meet. I want to see, or I want to take. Now, in the exercise, you have other verbs that use infinitives. Like in number 1, you have the word decide. Decide. So think of decidir in Spanish. Decido, decido tomar un taxi, I think. Or is it decido a tomar un taxi? I'm not sure which that is. Here's Helen coming back.
Sorry, teacher.
That's okay.
The Saturday, no, Saturday no. Last week me hicieron un cobro en mi tarjeta que no debieron hacérmelo. Entonces, por una forma que imprimí en internet, necesitaba imprimir una W2. Entonces me cobraron y yo llegué, metí la tarjeta y me hicieron un cobro la semana siguiente de $33. Y yo dije, no, tengo que llamar. Entonces llamé y no había nadie que hablara en español. Y cuando ahorita me regresaron la llamada, me tocó que colgar. Porque tenía que resolver eso, sorry.
Okay, so I did not understand everything because you were speaking very rapidly.
Oh, sorry. Ay, ahí está Claudia.
Yeah, Claudia is in the call.
Okay. Okay, the last week me hicieron un cobro de mi tarjeta de banco. Entonces, llamé this morning, call the website.
Okay, the bank is calling you.
Ajá. Y es eso, no había nadie que hablara español para yo formar mi lío.
Okay.
Entonces, hasta ahorita me llamó alguien que hablaba español. Por eso tenía que contestar.
Okay. All right. We're on page 56. And so we're talking about the different verbs that use infinitives. So I was talking about decide, which is decidir. Okay. So my question was, in Spanish, do you say, yo decido tomar un taxi? Okay. Or is it yo decidir a tomar un taxi?
Yo decido.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Yo decido a or yo decido tomar?
Yo decido tomar un taxi.
Yo decido tomar. Okay. So in Spanish, decide is a verb that uses the infinitive also. The verb agree. Now, when we say agree in English, in Spanish, you you have a different ways to say agree. The one
Agree,
I
I
have
think.
learned is acordarse de
Uh-huh.
usar. Okay, that's if I say me acordé de usar, or yeah, usar este libro. We agree, or I agreed. Actually, when you do agree, it's plural usually because you agree with other people. So we'd say nos acordamos de usar este libro. We decide, or we agree to use this book. Okay, so agree takes infinitive, just like acordar in Spanish uses the infinitive, but you have to use de. Acordarse de usar. That's agree to use.
Ujú.
Okay.
Acuerdo.
Acuerdo, sí. Plan. So plan is planear,
Mm.
but in Spanish you can also use the word pensar for plan, like pienso pienso tomar un vacación este verano. Okay, that's the idea of I plan to take a vacation this summer, right? So you use pensar like that in Spanish, but we say I am planning to take, or I plan to take a vacation. So plan uses infinitive as well. Afford. So we talked about afford last week. Afford is usually something to do with how much money you have. So we say, oh, I can't afford to go to expensive restaurants. Okay. I can't afford to drive a Mercedes or a BMW. So we usually say afford with negative. I can't afford. And then we have infinitive. I can't afford to drive. I can't afford to buy something. Or I can't afford to eat in expensive restaurants. Okay, so it's idea of how much you can spend. And then expect. Expect is actually the verb esperar, but it's esperar also means to hope or to wait. But when expect means to, you're thinking something is actually going to happen. So we say, oh, I expect to go, or I expect to leave in 15 minutes. All right, so I'm using expect. You can also say, I hope to leave in 15 minutes, and the meaning is very similar. Okay, so the example on page 56, you have you have conversations with A and B together. So Nina, where have you decided to go this afternoon? And then she says, I'm going to the art museum with my friend Gabe. Okay. So decide can use different infinitives. Anything that you decide, you will say decide to do something. Okay. I decided to cook spaghetti for dinner, or I decided to drive to Tom Thumb and not to Kroger. So we always use infinitive with decide. On the second question, it says, what do you want? And then the response is, there's a new exhibit on American paintings. So which verb would we use, or which infinitive would we use after what do you want?
To see.
Okay, so yes, that's going to be what do you want to see? Okay, so if you go to an exhibit of paintings, okay, you're going to a museum to look at, or mirar, or to see, ver, the paintings. Okay, the next one, where have you agreed?
To meet.
Yeah, I cannot hear you very well, Claudia. It's, your volume is muy bajo. Tu voz.
Where have you read?
I don't know if she can turn up the microphone.
To meet.
Okay. Yes, it is the word to meet. So where have you agreed to meet Gabe? And she says outside the art museum at 1 o'clock. Okay. The next one says, where do you plan? And then the response is, we'll eat lunch at home. So which infinitive would we say? Where do you
eat.
plan? Again?
To eat? To
Okay,
eat?
to eat. So that would be, where do you plan to eat?
To eat. We'll eat the lunch at home.
Wheel. Okay, wheel is, do you remember what that is a contraction of? Wheel? It's we
Yes.
plus will, which
Will.
is, okay. So when you put we will into a contraction, it's we'll. We'll eat lunch at home. The next one, can you afford? And it has a taxi, and the answer is no, we'll take the subway.
Can you afford to take a taxi?
Good. Okay. Can you afford to take a taxi? So we use the word take for transportation, like to take a taxi, or to take the bus, or to take the train. All right. But we usually don't say something like to take the airplane. Okay, we usually
The
say to
bus.
fly the airplane, or to fly the airlines. And then the next one is, what time do you expect
to come home?
Yeah, okay. So on this one, you would say, what time do you expect to come home? It would be, I should be home before 6 o'clock. Okay, in the next exercise, we need to use the two words that they give, like want and ride. So the example here is, Nina doesn't want to ride. All right, so again, want is a verb that uses infinitive. So Nina doesn't want to ride her bike this afternoon. Okay. And again, bike is a short word for bicycle.
Bicycle. Yes.
Okay. In Spanish, you have bicicleta, but I think you say bici for short. Okay, number 2 has the word plan and the word eat. So Helen, how would we do that one?
She plans to eat at home.
Okay, so because it's she and it's present, you're going to say she plans with the S.
Yes.
She plans to eat at home. Good. Number 3, Claudia, you have the word intend and then the word meet.
She intends to meet Gabe at the museum.
Museum. Okay. So she intends to take, I'm sorry, she intends to meet Gabe at the museum. Okay. And the verb intend, I know in Spanish you have intentar. I think there's a little difference because intentar is muy similar de traer de hacer algo. Okay, intentar. Intend in English is like a synonym of to plan. To intend to do something means to plan to do something. It's very, very similar.
Okay.
Helen, number 4, we have the word need and the word take.
She doesn't need to take a taxi.
Good. So because you're using the word, the negative doesn't already has your S, okay? Doesn't need. So we don't say doesn't need. We say
Yes.
doesn't need to take a taxi. Okay,
Sí,
Claudia,
recordé.
number 5, you have the word expect and the word be.
She expects to be home by 6 o'clock.
Okay, good. She expects. They put the S on there for you. She expects to be at home. So here the word be is used in place in lugar de llegar. Okay, it's like to arrive. She expects to arrive at home. So sometimes we can say to be at home. It's like to be present at home by 6 o'clock. Helen, number 6.
She would like to buy something from the gift shop.
Okay, good. She would like to buy. Okay. So
Something.
again, when we use the word would is a helping verb or an auxiliary verb, and it's very similar to the Spanish condicional. Okay, por ejemplo, you have gustar and condicional, gustaría.
Me gustaría, yes.
Okay, we translate that in English by saying I would like. Okay, so that's conditional. Okay, I would like to buy something from the gift shop. Okay, so it doesn't mean that for certain, por cierto, that you will buy. It's just saying it's like it's como un deseo.
Ajá.
I would like, I desire, I would like to buy from the
For
gift.
example, me gustaría tomar café. Entonces, I will drink to coffee.
I would like
I would like
to
to
drink
drink coffee.
coffee. Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, and Claudia, number 7.
Okay. She hopes to find something that is not too expensive.
Okay, good. She hopes All right, add the S. She hopes to find something
Something
that is not too
too expensive.
expensive. Mhm. Okay, so remember you learned two with two O's means bastante or demasiado. I think it's demasiado or tanto, too expensive, tanto caro.
Demasiado caro.
O tan caro.
Tan caro. Me too.
Yeah, all of us. Now, on the next page, on 57, let's do these in section 3, and then we will look at the main lesson. These are sentences that we need to change using the verb in parenthesis. So in number 1, we need to write the sentence using the word promise. Okay, promise is another word, prometer, to take an infinitive. So we would say Tony promises to visit his family every year. Okay,
Okay.
so Helen, do you know how we would change number 2?
I
Using
think
the
it's
word-
Lee expect finish work early tonight. I think, not sure.
Okay, that's very close. You need,
Okay.
with infinitive, you need the word to.
Oh, yes, to
So
finish.
Lee expects
Yes, to
to
finish. Yes.
work early
So for
tonight.
me,
Okay, so yeah, just remember every time when you're doing infinitive, you have the word to, T-O.
okay.
Claudia, number 3, this is plan.
I plan go to Florida this winter.
Okay, good. I plan to go to Florida this winter. Okay,
I plan to
now
go. Sorry.
let me explain something here that's very important, because when you say I plan to go, when you have the word to before a verb, that's an infinitive.
Always.
I plan to go. I plan to take. I plan to cook. Okay. Those are infinitives. But when you have the word to with a noun, because it says to Florida, that's a preposition. Preposition como a, or como para, como por, como entre. Okay, that's a preposition. Preposition always has a noun. Okay, so just remember this little difference. Okay, the word to can be, if it's before a verb, that's infinitive. If it's before a noun, it's a preposition. So this is, if we say in Spanish, yo pienso ir a Florida, or is it a Florida or para Florida? Para Florida. O ambos.
Okay. I
Mhm.
plan to go to Florida this winter.
Okay, so you'd have to say a Florida or para Florida or hacia Florida. Number 4, Helen, we have the word intend.
Shine intends to buy some concert tickets tomorrow.
Very good. Okay. Shen intends to buy some concert tickets tomorrow. Good. Claudia, number 5, we need the word hope.
We hope to visit our daughter in California next month.
Good. We hope to visit. Again, hope, because it's the word esperar. You could also say we expect to visit our daughter. So it's very similar. And then Claudia or Helen, number 6, the word refuse.
Okay. Paul refused. Don't go to the beach this weekend.
Okay. So refuse is a negative word. So we would say Paul refuses to go to the beach.
To go. Okay. No
Yeah.
estaba segura.
Paul refuses to go.
Refuses.
So in Spanish, the idea of refuse in Spanish is where you have the reflexive verb negar. You say negarse de. I think this is the way you say it. Paul se nega de ir. Does that sound right? Paul se nega de ir a la playa este fin de semana.
Okay.
So se nega de, is it
Se
se
nega.
nega de or se nega a?
Okay. Se nega a. Se nega
Okay.
a ir.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the idea of to refuse. No, it's like, no, I don't want to go.
Teacher, I think in Spanish se puede decir both. Por ejemplo, mi esposo se negó de ir a tal lugar. Yo lo he escuchado de ambas formas. Y mi esposo se negó a hacer tal cosa.
Se negó.
Se
is
negó
past.
a, o se puede también decir de, porque lo he escuchado. No sé cuál será la forma correcta, honestamente.
Oh, so you think it can be se negó a or se negó de? Or ambos.
Igual, o sea, ambos los he escuchado yo,
Okay.
pero es que normalmente no se usa mucho. Es preferible decir mi esposo no quiere ir. Es
No
más fácil.
quiere. Okay, no quiere. Okay,
Es más fácil.
es más fácil, sí.
Pues,
Yeah.
tal vez para escribir se negó de o se negó a, es más que todo algo formal, escribir un documento o algo así en la parte jurídica, es que lo he escuchado, porque tengo una amiga que es abogado.
Ahogado.
Sí, abogado, lawyer.
Oh, abogado. Ah, I thought you said ahogado.
No, abogado, lawyer.
Okay. Okay. Number, let's see, where are we? Number 7, Claudia.
7. I want to meet my friends on my birthday.
Okay, good. I want to meet. I want
Is
to meet my
what
friends.
want or want?
I want. No, no
Want.
S. I want. It would say he wants, she wants, or Bob wants, but I want. Remember, we only add the S when it's third person singular. The idea of he or she or it. Okay, we add the S. And then number 8, Helen, we have would like again.
I would like to take a trip with my family next year.
Okay, good. I would like to take a trip.
A trip.
Mm-hmm.
A trip with my family next year.
Right. Okay. So in español, it's hacer un viaje.
Ajá.
You say to take a trip. To take a trip. Okay, good. Let's put this away and look at your green book. Green book, and we need to look at page 62.
Already and yet.
All right. So this is the words in Spanish, ya and todavía. It's very
Okay.
similar to ya and todavía. Now in Spanish, ya is a word that's used very many different ways that you don't use in English. Okay. So ya is the idea of already. Okay. But when in Spanish, when you say something like ya basta, okay, that does not translate into English. You would just say stop it, or that's enough, but you wouldn't use the word already. Okay, so we use already as to go with the verb. All right. So look at, let me share my screen. This top. Okay, here we go. Make this larger. Okay, good. And then I need to move you guys over. So you see on this paragraph here, let me get my pen. This paragraph here, it says you use already and yet with the perfect or the present perfect to talk about actions you expect to happen or things that you believe will happen or that you think is going to happen. Okay. So you use already with questions and answers that are affirmative. That means that are positive. And then we use yet, and also we use yet in questions, but in the negative answers. Okay. So we have some examples here. So let me remind you first, when we talk about the perfect tense, it's verbs that have the helping verb have. Okay. And we have had 3 or 4 lessons, I think, already about the present perfect. All right. And so, for example, it says, have you bought the tickets yet? That's the first one here. Have you bought? So remember, bought is the word buy, the verb buy, comprar. All right. In the past, you would say, I bought tickets. But if you're using the perfect tense, you say, I have bought tickets. Or the question is, have you bought the tickets? And the word yet is very similar to how you would say todavía, I think. So you would say, how would you say this in Spanish? Has comprado todavía. Todavía has comprado los boletas, las boletas. Now, would you say ya or todavía? I think it's todavía. Todavía has has comprado las boletas. So that's saying, have you bought the tickets yet? And the answer is simply, yes, I have, or no, I haven't. So you don't need to say, I haven't bought them, or I have bought them. You can just simply say, yes, I have, no, I haven't.
Okay.
Look at the next one. It says, has she already seen the movie? Okay. Again, this is like todavía. Or no, this would be more like ya. Ya. Ya ha vista or visto. Ya ha visto
La película.
la película.
Yes.
Okay. Has she already
Awesome.
seen the movie? Okay. The answer would be yes, she has, or no, she hasn't.
Okay.
Now look at the positive statements. Remember, I've is a contraction that means I have. Okay. This is like saying I have already bought. I've already bought the tickets. Okay. But if you need to say this in the negative, then you're going to use the word yet at the end of the sentence. You're going to say, I haven't bought the tickets yet. I haven't. Some people might say, I haven't already bought the tickets, but it's more common to use the word yet. I haven't bought the ticket yet. So remember that we use yet with more of the negative statements. We use already with the positive statements.
Okay.
So look at the next example. She's already, or she has already seen
Sí.
the movie.
Muy.
Okay. Ella ya ha visto la película. Okay, so we have ya. She's already seen the movie. Okay, but with negative, you would say she hasn't seen the movie yet. Okay, so we have, again, different English verbs that are very common, and these are irregular. So you have, for example, the word begin. Okay, now this one is one that changes in 3 ways, because you have present begin, in the past it's began. But with the perfect, you're going to say have begun. So that's one that changes 3 times. The verb bring, traer, in the past is brought. So it only changes 2 times. Okay. I brought is past. I have brought is perfect tense. Same with the verb buy, comprar. In the past, it's bought. Okay, I bought the tickets yesterday. Or in these examples up here, I have bought. So I've already bought. She's already bought the tickets. Do is another verb that changes 3 times, because in the past it's the word did. Did. Okay, so did you do the dishes? All right, here, that's where you're using did for the past. But remember, do is also a question word. Okay, it's the verb hacer, but it's also a question word, like we can say with where do, or what do, or when do. When do you want to go to a movie? We have the word get. Okay, get is a very common verb in English, but it's usually a difficult verb for translation from Spanish. The common way in Spanish is conseguir, I believe, conseguir, but it can also be hacerse, to have something for yourself. The verb go, oh, I'm sorry, get in the past is got, but if you have perfect, it's have gotten, have gotten. This is old German, Alemania, words from Alemania, Germany, gotten. The verb go in the past becomes went, but in the past, in the perfect is gone. I have gone. He has gone. Make only changes 2 times. I made is the past. I have made is the perfect. Pay, pagar. That one only changes 2 times. I paid is past, or I have paid is perfect. Put does not change. So if I say I put my pen on the table. Okay. But if I say I put my pen on the table yesterday, that's actually past. I put my pen on the table yesterday. And then we say I have put my pen on the table every morning. Okay, that's the perfect. So put does not change. Read. Now this one is different because the word looks or appears to be the same, but you pronounce it differently in the past. Do you remember how we say read in the past, how we changed the sound? Helen, Claudia, do you remember the past
So,
of the word read?
oh, the read,
How do we say the past?
read it?
Read.
No, it's actually the word read. It's
Read.
es como el color. It sounds like the color red, but read in the past is read.
Right.
And then if it's the perfect tense, we would say, I have read that book before.
Okay.
Okay, see. See is another verb that changes 3 times. See in the past is saw,
So,
and in perfect is have seen.
okay.
Okay, set. Set is a verb that's is not, this is not the word sit. Sit is sentirse is sit. Okay. Like toma un siento is to take a seat. That's to sit. But set is como colocar o poner. It's very similar to the word put. I can put my pen on the computer, or I can set my pen on the computer. But set does not change. In the past is I set it on the computer yesterday. Or if it's perfect, I have set. Okay. So let's use these words and these examples, and then we need to be finished for the day. So we need to use already or yet as we practice this, okay? And then you have your main verb here. We have open, finish, begin, okay? So on number 1, we have, it's 11 p.m. The salsa concert has already ended. Has already ended. Okay, so because you have the verb has, you're going to use the perfect form of ended. Okay. Now end is a regular verb, so it always has ed on the end.
Ajá.
Okay,
Pasado.
look at the next one, number 2. We need to use the word open, and this one is negative. So we need to use the word that goes with the negative, which is that going to be already or the word yet?
Yet.
Good. So how would we say this, Helen?
¿La leo completa?
Number 2. It's 8 a.m.
It's a.m. The Science Museum opens at 9 o'clock. It hasn't opened yet.
Good, good. Okay, it hasn't opened yet.
Opened yet.
Okay. Okay, Claudia, look at number 3. We need to use the verb finish with the word has. So this is perfect tense. And we need to use already or yet. This one is
Already.
positive.
Repeat,
Already
Claudia.
finished.
So, yeah, can you read number 3, Claudia?
Okay. It's July 5th.
5th.
5th. Sorry. The Independence Day has already finished.
Has
Finished
already
or
finished.
Finish.
Okay. Finished. It's a tough sound. Finished.
Finished.
Mhm. Okay. Do you know the word parade? Parade.
Alright.
Desfila.
Desfile.
Desfile. En el calle.
Okay.
Como un banda. Muchos instrumentos. Okay, that's parade. Okay. Good. The parade has already finished. Okay, next one, number 4, we have the verb begin, and it's negative, haven't. So look at that one, Helen, and see if you can read all of that.
It's the beginning of August.
School beginning September. School activities haven't begun yet.
Haven't begun.
Begun, yes.
Haven't begun yet. Okay. So up here at the orange box, you've got begin. It changes to begun.
Begun, yes.
For the perfect tense. Okay. Haven't begun yet. Good. Because it's negative, haven't, we use the word yet. Number 5, Claudia, we have the verb close. And again, this is negative. It hasn't. So how would we say this?
Okay, it's 2:00 a.m. The dance club stays open until 3.
Uh-huh.
It has not closed yet.
Okay, good. Or hasn't. It hasn't, or it has not closed yet. Okay.
It hasn't.
It hasn't closed yet. So hasn't is has not. Okay, it's a contraction. Hasn't closed yet.
Okay.
And Helen, number 6, we have the verb start. Start.
Okay, it's Friday evening. It's Friday evening. The weekend has already started.
Has already started.
Started.
So start is a regular verb. So with the regular verbs, we always use ed. Okay.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. Most of these verbs, like end is regular, ended or have ended, and opened, finished, closed, started. But begin is the one that's irregular. That's why it's have begun. Okay, number 7, Claudia, we have the verb miss. Claudia, you're on mute. Can you unmute?
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I finished. It's 7:45 p.m. The movie starts at 8:00. We haven't missed the movie yet.
Good. We haven't missed the movie yet. We haven't missed the movie yet. Okay, good. Number 8, Helen, we have the verb buy.
Teacher, no. Oh, both. Yeah. Okay, it's Monday. I've already bought tickets for next Sunday's soccer game.
Okay, very good. I've already bought tickets for next Sunday's soccer game. Good. And Claudia, number 9, we have the verb do.
It's Sunday. Okay, I'm sorry. It's Sunday night. Have you did the homework?
Okay, so do
No,
changes.
Have you already the homework?
Done.
So
this
one's going to
or
be
done.
You're going to say, have you done the homework already? Have you
Okay.
done? Actually, this is one where you can say either already or yet. You can say, have you done the homework yet? or have you, we would normally say, have you already done the homework? Okay. On this one, we probably need the word yet because we usually say yet at the end of the sentence. We usually put the word already before the verb. Have you already done the homework? Okay, but here we would say, have you done the homework yet?
Okay.
Okay. Helen, number 10, we have the verb eat.
Okay. There's a new Japanese, ¿cómo que se dice?
Japanese,
Okay. There's a new Japanese restaurant down the street. Have you already there eaten? Eaten? Is eaten? No me acuerdo.
So,
Eaten?
no, we're going to need to say eaten first. Have you eaten there yet? That's the way we would say it.
Okay. Have you eaten there yet? Ahora al
Mhm.
revés, coño.
Mhm. If you want to use the word already, which in this sentence would be okay, but we would have to say, have you already eaten there? Okay, have you already eaten there? But when we have the word at the end of the sentence, we say yet. Have you eaten there yet?
Okay.
This is a little confusing, but remember, yet is usually at the end of the sentence.
Okay.
Claudia, number 11.
Okay. It's 8:30 a.m. The children have left already for school.
Okay. We don't have the verb leave in the orange box, but the past and the perfect tense for the verb leave is the word left. Left.
Left.
So it's like when you translate the verb or the word izquierda, that's also left, but it's also the past tense of the verb leave, which is salir, or irse is also leave. So this would be the children have already left for school. The children have already left for school. So here, remember that already is usually before the main verb, okay? So the main verb is leave. So it's already left for school.
Okay.
And then Helen, number 12, we have the verb see.
Okay. There a new art exhibit.
Exhibit.
Okay. There a new art exhibit at the museum. Have you saw it yet?
Okay, it's you will say, have you seen?
Seen. Sorry.
That's the perfect tense. Have you seen it yet?
It yet.
Have you seen it yet?
No.
Exhibit is como exhibición. Yeah, exhibition. We have exhibition, but exhibit is a shorter word. Okay.
Okay.
So you want to practice this with the homework, and these are the kind of sentences you really have to do a lot of practice to help learn. So the exercises on page, in the white book, on pages 58 and 59 will be helpful. Let me stop the screen. Okay, pages 58 and 59 in the workbook. So practice using the present perfect tense and also using the words already and yet. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, good.
58 and 59.
Anyone have questions?
No,
58
teacher.
and 59.
I think that's right. 50.
58 and 59, yes.
Yes, lesson C, 58,
Present perfect.
58 and 59. Good.
Okay.
So, yeah, work on that for Thursday. And Susan, I think Susan is over the flu, so hopefully she will make a class for you on Thursday. Okay, good. All right, let me pray and then we'll finish. Dear Lord, thank you so much for these two students that have come to class, and I pray that you would bless them and bless their families. Continue to keep us well, protect us, Lord, from this pandemic. All of the people that are sick around us, I pray that you would protect us and protect our families. And Lord, help us to continue to learn, to study, to find opportunities to speak and to listen and to even read in English. We ask in Christ's name, amen. Okay,
Amen.
Amen.
thank you
Thank
guys.
you, teacher.
See you
Thank you.
next week.
Thank
Have
you,
a good day.
teacher. God bless you.
Okay, bye.